What's up? What's up? Cool. So thanks for coming back. I hope you're enjoying the videos. We're doing another breakdown. This one is different. This is not going to be an action scene. This is a drama scene, kind of. It's like a comedy scene from the Liberator. We call it the boat crasher scene. That was what we called it. Basically, it's where Ben Silva, the Liberator, has very limited time, so he literally just creeps up on the baddie and busts into his place, and yeah, antics ensue. Originally, it was shot when we shot the pilot, the teaser. This scene was shot with Miller in the bath. Miller, who's the villain, played by Daniel Jordan, who's just a legend of an actor. Really, really talented guy, hilarious, both on screen and off screen. And just we were so lucky to get this guy in our film. I'm telling you, he makes everything work. But yeah, so he originally was in the teaser we shot when we were looking for funding. He was originally in a bathtub with a couple of girls, you know, and it was so funny, and he was caught with his pants down literally as Ben Silva comes in and holds him at gunpoint in the bath, and for some reason we changed it for the film, and it was going to be a jacuzzi, and then we had problems. We had some rescheduling problems when we were shooting the feature. When you do a feature, you have a lot more problems than just a quick short, you know. And I remember we had to change locations, and all of a sudden we all drove 3 hours away, and we were staying up in Norwich, near Norwich, up in Norfolk. It was Caister-on-Sea was the town where we were filming most of it, but we were moving around in that Norwich area, and we couldn't get a jacuzzi up there. So I was like, oh, you're kidding me. So then we came up with this idea of, okay, there were lots of boatyards there, so Harry, the producer, he inquired, and we rented a boat. And the original plan was that Miller was going to get knocked off the boat at the end of that scene, which we couldn't do because they wouldn't allow us to do that. They said it was too unsafe for him to fall into the water. But you know, maybe they were right, who knows. So anyway, we couldn't do that, so all the dialogue changed, all the jokes changed, so we just had to go with what we could, you know. So we improvised a lot of that scene. The whole scene was basically improvised up to a point where I was able to pull it back to what was essential for the story. Yeah, we were running lines 10 minutes before we shot, and those lines that we were improvising is what became the scene, and certain bits. And the thing about Miller is, when you're doing ad-lib with Daniel Jordan, he will still ad-lib beyond when you're running lines, and you really have to be on your toes, because he was saying things I didn't know he was going to say, and it was very different to what we were ad-libbing before, which was awesome, obviously. So yeah, bear that in mind as we watch this scene. And also I wanted to quickly mention Stephanie Moore, who we got, was a local actress replacing the actresses who were no longer available because of the reschedule of the reshoot, and where we travelled across to the other side of the country to shoot. Yeah, and she came in, and she was a local actress who'd been recommended by somebody, part of the local crew there that we were using, and man, she was great. She nailed it, and wish we'd used her more. Wish she could have had a much bigger part, because she made what was a small part into such a memorable moment and memorable character. Yeah, so yeah, let's watch and enjoy. Nice. Sorry, I trashing the lawn there. Yep, here we are. There they are.
Put on a show for me?
That depends.
I mean, I'm sure it'd be easy for Daniel Jordan to get the chemistry building up there. But they both did a really good job. Initially, this was longer. They had more dialogue together, but one of the things we had to do for our distributors was cut it shorter.
For fuck's sake!
Your door's sticky.
I really
man.
tried to hit it, that door, hard.
Got a nerve.
I wanted to shock them, and they didn't quite know. And I held it for a beat or two longer than when I, just to really make them. And sometimes I'd hit that door harder, quicker.
Well, Miller, I've heard all about your famous boat parties. How could I resist?
Look, why don't you relax? Sit down. Have a drink on the house, yeah? Or better still, piss off and go ruin someone else's boat party.
Yeah, sorry, mate, I can't do that. Now, why don't you tell the lovely lady to leave? It's time to take the plunge.
You're just thinking boats, it comes out, doesn't it? You're trying to make it fit.
Darling, why don't you go and get some fresh air for a few minutes?
Very small in there.
Unless you like the smell of Miller's bullshit.
Very, very small in there. And then you've got like 6, 7 crew members in there as well. In a very, very tight space. It was nice that they made it look more spacious. It was a small boat inside.
Look, I didn't know this was going to happen.
You see, I love them, they're great.
I promise you, beautiful, please.
Fuck you, Harry. Fuck you.
It's completely ad-libbed,
Thank you.
Sometimes you need to address the elephant in the room.
Not bad, Harry. I'm impressed.
Yeah, I had high expectations. Nice to see you still as rude as ever, Silver. But I think you pretty much overstayed your welcome. So why don't you just leave me alone?
Save it, Miller. I'm here for the vase.
So now we revert a bit more back to the original script. So this was almost safe territory.
And why do you always have to be so bloody flamboyant?
Don't stall me. Where is it? Talk to me.
Talk to you? Okay, I'll talk to you.
Until he did this.
I don't
This was totally out of the blue. And you could tell, I'm like, man, he's really going somewhere with this. I knew not to interrupt him. I knew to let it play out.
Hoodlums, vagrants and prostitutes.
What a legend he is.
A history of violence. This led to feelings of emotional inadequacy, self-loathing and Tourette's syndrome, and is no doubt the cause of the rising anger that resides deep within me today.
Well, that would explain a lot.
I felt good to get off my chest.
Look, he's still going.
Do you know what, Silver? You're a bit like BT. Good to talk to. Shit.
Time's up, Miller. You've just been cut off.
Quick
All
thinking.
I've given the vase to Rolf. He believing
So
in
now he's clever because he
vase
brought
to
it right back to the
Rolf
script.
overseas.
He's very good.
So where is he right
He's
now?
very good. You learn a lot
Fuck
working
would
with
I
people
know?
like
What am I,
this.
his mother?
I learn a lot working with Daniel Jordan.
Go after the vase, and Melinda Page is
I
dead.
think we learn from each other, but in terms of
Yeah, we
acting,
also-
I learn a lot from him.
Nice to see you again, Harry. It's been emotional.
Yeah, well, thanks for listening. Oh, by the way, Silver, you're a dead man.
Aren't we all, Harry? Aren't we all?
We're still ad-libbing.
I'll send the lovely lady back in, shall I?
Yeah, and I'll send the bill in the post for the door.
Yeah, Harry did well to get us that boat.
Shit.
So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed the performance of Daniel Jordan. Yeah, I certainly did enjoy doing that scene with him, and yeah, it's always a pleasure to work with him, and I can't wait until finally we get to work together again. And it would also be amazing to work with Steph again. Yeah, who knows what happens in the future. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that scene, guys. The Liberator is available online. If you haven't seen it, you can check it out online. It's available. Amazon. It's available on Amazon and elsewhere. So yeah, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed that scene. Take care, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.
It's your ass, Miller. You're a fool.